Good morning, friends. Today we are going to discuss about the physics practical for BSc second. The physics practical of BSc second, I think you have written the journals, whatever I have sent to you by the WhatsApp. It consists four groups, okay, and four groups. Each group contains more than 5 or 8 experiments. But according to the laws of the university, we have restricted our practicals for each group is nearly about 5 to 6. So you need to write first of all the 6 practicals or 5 practicals in each group at least. Complete the index and then complete the certificate and send to me by the link of your writing whenever you upload your writing to the Google Drive. So friends, I think you have been that is designed. Many of you nearly about up to now I have received more than 60 and still more 60 to 70 students need to require to complete the practical writing. So journal writing is compulsory for the examination, and without journal submission you will not be allowed to appear or enter into the examinations, practical examinations, which will also be held on online. Okay, so friends, now we are going to discuss how the practicals will take place according to the laws of the university. So university will give you timetable of practicals BSc second batch wise, and the same timetable will be sent to you, each of you on the WhatsApp group, and will be communicated, and you need to present for your practical examinations allotted to you. Okay, first what I want to say here, the practical examinations will be not the offline but it is online. All the students are informed that your practicals must be online only, not offline. Okay, so whenever you are going to attend the practical examinations, then there are two practical examiners, one from our college, that means myself or Neha Patil madam also may act as an examiner, and also one of the examiner from the outside the college, or it may be from our Gadinglas, Chandigarh, Budhargad, or any from where the practical examinations will be allotted from the university. So you need to give the practical examinations in 2020 batch. So that means in each meeting you need to 20 students will attend the practical examinations, and the both of the examiner will ask you about the practicals, what are the groups number of the practicals you performed or written in the journal, what are their aims, apparatus required, diagrams, as well as the observations table, how you are going to take the observations. You need to tell. Each one of you need to answer, otherwise you will not get the marks. So such type of the practical examinations will be held online, whenever the practical examinations will be announced. Before this that is you are written all the practicals, I think you have completed the writing up to now. Those who have not completed must submit the practicals before 25th of this month, 25th of July. Some problems may be created whenever you submit the practicals after this date. So you will not be received the practical examinations to attend the practical examinations, as well as you will not be allowed to you will not be allowed to get the marks allotted for the practical completion of journals. I will first of all give you the distributions. So physics practical of BSc second consists of 4 groups. in each group you need to answer one of the practicals that is asked by the examinations to you. That means each practical group has 5 to 6 practicals, and each from each group you need to answer one practical which will be allotted to you by the examiner, not yourself. Okay, so you must be keep in mind that you will not select the practicals from each group, but a practical examiner randomly gives you the practicals and ask some questions on that, depends on the performance of your experiments or your answer. They will allot some marks to your practicals group. Okay, so there are 4 groups. Each group need to attend one practicals from each group, and each practical carries 21 marks. So 4 groups it will score about 84 marks, and 16 marks will be of journals. So 16 mark for the journal completion and 84 marks the practical examinations. The separate link for each 20 students of Google Meet will be that is the sent to each and every student, and you need to that is the attend the same practical examinations at particular time. So this is overall the timetable and the practical distribution. So I think you have understand that at least you need to perform 4 experiments, or you need to answer the 4 experiments, and you will get the marks up to 84 and 16 marks for journal completions. Now we are going to discuss in 4 lectures, that is the section by section. So you need to complete one of the index allotted, that is the group first. You need to write such type of index. First experiment is the Stepen constant. So this Stepen constant, the aim of the experiment is to determine the value of Stepen constant. Okay, so this is the aim, to determine the value of Stepen constant. So Stepen constant is a constant which we have studied already in the theory examinations, theoretical way. So this experiment needs the DC power supply of 12 volt, rheostat, voltmeter, ammeter, as well as the 6 volt bulb. So the diagram is as shown here. This that is the voltmeter, or that is the DC supply by 12 volt DC supply plus and minus is connected across the rheostat, and then the multimeter and multimeter, otherwise millimeter, as well as the voltmeter are connected in as shown here, and across the voltmeter you need to connect one of the bulb. म्हणजे इथं काय केलेलं आहे की सर्किटमध्ये दाखवल्याप्रमाणे व्होल्टेज, बॅटरीच्या व्होल्टेजला रिओस्टॅट जोडलेला आहे, रिओस्टॅटला नंतर मग मिलीमीटर आणि व्होल्टमीटर जोडलेला आहे, आणि व्होल्टमीटरच्या अक्रॉस तुम्हाला काय जोडलेलं आहे की बल्ब जोडलेला आहे. तर आपण काय करायचं आहे की व्होल्टमीटरनं आपण काय होऊ शकतं, व्होल्ट रेजिस्टन्स वाढवत नेला तर व्होल्टेज वाढत जाईल आणि बल्ब पेटायला चालू होईल. तर आपल्याला हे इथं व्होल्टेज रेजिस्टन्स वाढवत असताना करंट आणि व्होल्टेज मेजर करायचं आहे, आणि ठराविक बल्ब ज्यावेळी ग्लो होईल तोपर्यंत तुम्हाला काय करायचं आहे, इथं रेजिस्टन्स वाढवत जायचं आहे. याच्यासाठी फॉर्म्युला आहे, दॅट इज द रो इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा इंटू दॅट इज T⁴. So this is from the theoretical way. So you need to calculate this, therefore you need to take the log from the both sides. So log of rho is equal to log of sigma plus 4 times log of t. So log of t is nothing but, that means इथं log तुम्ही घेतला तर काय होईल, 4 पलीकडे जाईल, मल्टिप्लिकेशनला जाईल, आणि जसं log of x square is equal to 2 log x असं येतं ना, त्यामुळे त्या इथं काय होईल की 4 log t होईल. So this equation is similar to the equation of the straight line, y is equal to mx plus c, is it? So here log rho is a constant value, log rho is a constant value, it is the intercept, it is the value of c. So here 4 is nothing but the slope, and log t is nothing but the value of x, whereas the log rho is the value of, that is the say y. So you need to plot the graph of log rho versus log t, where you will get the that is the straight line with some intercept on the y-axis. That y-axis gives rise to the value of log rho, that is nothing but the value of the Stepen constant. हे समजलं का बघा की इथं फॉर्म्युला दिलेला आहे, आणि फॉर्म्युल्याप्रमाणे आपल्याला ग्राफ प्लॉट करायचा. सिंपल एक्सपेरिमेंट आहे की आपण फक्त रिओस्टॅट नाही तर रिओस्टॅट दिलेला आहे, ह्या रिओस्टॅटने व्होल्टेज वाढवत जायचं आहे. व्होल्टेज वाढवाल तस तसं काय होईल, इथं 0.8 व्होल्ट ठेवलेला आहे. 0.8 व्होल्टला किती करंट आहे, कम्पॅरेटिव्हली व्होल्टेज वाढवा किंवा डिक्रीज करा, तुम्ही कोणत्याही पद्धतीनं करू शकता. आणि मग काही रिडिंग घेतल्यानंतर तुम्हाला त्याचे कॅल्क्युलेशन्स करून RD म्हणजे रेजिस्टन्स कॅल्क्युलेट करायचे आहेत. आणि त्याच्यानंतर तुम्हाला करंट आणि व्होल्टेज मेजर करत दुसरं एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करायचं, सेम एक्सपेरिमेंट, आणि त्याच्यावरनं लॉग रो आणि लॉग टी तुम्हाला मिळेल. लॉग रो लॉग टी मिळाल्यानंतर मग तुम्हाला काय प्लॉट करायचं आहे, हा ग्राफ प्लॉट करायचा आहे. इथं निगेटिव्ह व्हॅल्यूज असल्यामुळं कुठल्या चौथ्या क्वाड्रंटमध्ये तुम्हाला ग्राफ येईल. ओके, तर चौथ्या क्वाड्रंटमध्ये म्हणजे मायनस वाय ॲक्सिस मायनसमध्ये येईल आणि लॉग टी प्लस ॲक्सिसमध्ये येईल. म्हणजे तुमचा ग्राफ हा असा पद्धतीनं असेल, इथं मायनस साईन असेल, वाय ॲक्सिस मायनस साईन असेल, इथं प्लस दॅट इज लॉग टी असेल. आणि याचा जो इंटरसेप्ट येईल, इथं जो 7.5च्या पुढे जो इंटरसेप्ट आलेला आहे, तो इंटरसेप्ट म्हणजे काय आहे, लॉग रो आहे. त्याच्यावरून तुम्ही काय कॅल्क्युलेट करायचे, अँटीलॉग घ्यायचं आणि सिग्माची व्हॅल्यू कॅल्क्युलेट करायची. दिस इज द व्हॅल्यू ऑफ द स्टीफन कॉन्स्टंट वॉट एव्हर वी हॅव प्लॅन्ड टू कॅल्क्युलेट. Okay, so the aim of the experiment is to find out the value of Stepan constant. So this Stepan constant is comes to be nearly about 1.99 into 10 to the minus 8 ergs per centimeter square second per k raised to 4. So this is whatever the value of the Stepan constant. This is overall the first experiment. I will give the brief introductions of all the experiments because time is very less. So within 20 minutes I will cover at least 5 to 6 experiments. So this is this temperature coefficient of the resistance of some wire by using the Carey-Foster's bridge. Carey-Foster's bridge तुम्हाला इथलं दिलेलं असेल, हा ब्रिज आहे, इथं AB वायर आहे आणि याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला कनेक्शन्स या पद्धतीने जोडायचे आहे. याच्यामध्ये हा स्मॉल रेजिस्टन्स आरची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायची आहे. तर इथं एम काय दिलेलं आहे बा, एम काय, टू डिटरमाइन द टेम्परेचर कोएफिशिएंट ऑफ द रेजिस्टन्स ऑफ कॉपर वायर by using the Carey-Foster's bridge. So this requires the apparatus is given here. I will not go the details here. So how you are going to take the reading? So you need to vary the value of the R, and you by using the galvanometer, which is that is the jockey, it is slided over this wire, that is AB wire. Whenever you will get the galvanometer shows the null deflection, you need to measure the from the value A to G this value and G to that is the B. So these two are the gaps, and this is the left gap and right gap. So first of all put the value of R is 0.1. पहिल्यांदा R ची व्हॅल्यू किती ठेवायची, 0.1 ठेवायचे. लेफ्ट गॅप मध्ये 0 कुठे येईल, समजा आता या ठिकाणी 0 आला, तुम्हाला गॅलोमीटर मध्ये काय रीडिंग दाखवलं, 0 रीडिंग दाखवलं असेल, तर तुम्हाला काय येईल की इथं या बाजूनं समजा 46 सेंटीमीटर आहे, तर या बाजूनं इथून इथपर्यंत किती अंतर आहे, टोटल डिस्टन्स आहे 100 सेंटीमीटर. त्या पद्धतीनं तुम्हाला या बाजूला आणि त्या बाजूला दोन्ही बाजूला राईट गॅप आणि लेफ्ट गॅपमध्ये किती रीडिंग आहे त्याच्या पद्धतीनं तुम्ही रीडिंग करायचं आहे. आणि ह्यांची वजाबाकी केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला शिफ्टिंग मिळेल, म्हणजे किती डिफरन्स मिळाला हे तुम्हाला समजेल. So that is nothing but you can need to calculate the value of rho from this, that is the rho is equal to R divided by R ची व्हॅल्यू इथं आहे आणि शिफ्ट तुम्हाला जे मिळाला डिफरन्स जो मिळाला तो डिफरन्स x2 minus x1 इथं ठेवलेला आहे. So from this, that is the specific resistivity of the wire can be calculated. This is nearly about, that means इथं तुम्ही R वाढवत नेला, प्रत्येक ठिकाणी लेफ्ट गॅप आणि राईट गॅपची व्हॅल्यू फाइंड आउट केला तर तुम्हाला काय मिळेल, रोची व्हॅल्यू मिळेल आणि त्याचं ॲव्हरेज जो मिळणार आहे ती ॲव्हरेज व्हॅल्यू इथं ठेवलेली आहे. Okay, so this is overall the value of the average value of the rho. Then you need to connect the unknown resistance. You need to connect the unknown resistance, and from the unknown resistance you need to find out the value of that is the rho, value of that is the RT. त्या एका ठराविक टेम्परेचरला त्याची व्हॅल्यू किती आहे ही तुम्हाला फाइंड आउट करायची आहे. So this is the overall the experimental procedure, and you need to find out the value by using this formula, that is alpha is equal to RT2 minus RT1 divided by T2 RT1 minus T1 RT2. Okay, so from this value you will comes to be the value 0.001, that is the value. Then the second next experiment, third experiment is variation of thermo EMF with temperature. थर्मो EMF काय करायचं, टेम्परेचर. थर्मो EMF म्हणजे EMF म्हणजे व्होल्टेज वाढवत जातं. कशामुळे व्होल्टेज वाढतं की थर्मल चेंज झाल्यामुळं, टेम्परेचर चेंज झाल्यामुळे EMF वाढत जातो आणि त्याची व्हॅल्यू आपल्याला फाइंड आउट करायची आहे. ओके, सो द एम ऑफ द एक्सपेरिमेंट इज टू स्टडी द व्हेरिएशन ऑफ द थर्मो EMF विथ द टेम्परेचर. सो द एम इज गिवन हियर. Then apparatus is given here. You need to read all these experiments, that is the apparatus requires to for these experiments, that is the variation of thermo EMF with temperature. So the circuit diagram is given here. It is as like a Seebeck effect. So there are two that is the elements Fe metals which are connected to each other by forming two that is the junctions, two junctions. Is it? This is one junction, this is another junction. One junction is cold at that is kept at in cold, very cold, that means in ice, dipped in ice, and another that the dipped in oil, where its temperature is increased by using the some external source. The temperature of this that the bath is measured by using the thermometer, and these two wires are connected by to the externally to the millivoltmeter. So when the temperature is increases, the voltage go on increasing. Temperature go on increases, voltage go on increasing. So you need to that is the find the various temperatures, increase the temperature, and then you need to find out the thermo EMF. So whatever the voltage developed across these two junctions is measured, and from this experiment one can study by plotting the graph of thermo EMF versus the temperature. Then from this graph you need to that is the answer the questions that as thermo EMF go on increases when the temperature increases. So temperature increases, thermo EMF go on increases up to certain value, and then it will get down, but we are not going to up that is the forward, but you need to study that. You need to write a result, that is thermo EMF increases with the increasing temperature. The difference between the two junctions at a certain temperature, thermo EMF becomes maximum. So this is overall the experiment number 3. The next experiment is the cooling temperature of the hot junctions at as the function of a time. So this is the experiment, and the aim of the experiment is to record and analyze the cooling temperature of hot junction as a function of time using the thermocouple. So thermocouple you need to use once again the same experiment, that is the same experiment. Thermocouple is formed by using copper and iron. Two junctions are formed. One junction is kept at in the ice, whether the other junction is kept in the oil, and across these two junctions that is the voltmeter, millivoltmeter is connected. So now the apparatus is here given. Then the observation table, that is the time you need to require. So if you increase the time, what will happen at certain temperature? At certain temperature, that means at 25 degrees centigrade, you may say that at 25 degrees centigrade, if you increase the temperature or you increase the temperature up to certain value, and you need to find out the that is the hot junctions thermo EMF after the time. So time is increasing, and it is observed that the thermo EMF goes on decreasing. So you need to plot the graph and you find out the value, that is thermo EMF decreases exponentially with the time. That means whenever the temperature is adjusted up to certain value, and then it decreases, and that is the stopped, the heating is stopped, and then it is found that it is decreases very finely. Yes, this is the overall the discussion of the thermo EMF with respect to temperature. The temperature of the hot junction also decreases exponentially with the thermo EMF. This is these two results you need to write. Okay, next experiment is the experiment is given here, resistance temperature device. So RTD, okay, resistive temperature device. So here the aim of the experiment is to calibrate the RTD using the null method, as like the same method we have applied in Carey-Foster's bridge. Same method is used here. Though, so by adjusting the here the Weisstrom's bridge, you know that is the, you are to need to connect the all the circuitry as shown here. Then the RTD is connected in one of the arm. So this is the overall the Weisstrom's bridge, and the galvanometer is connected across this. When P is pressed, you need to adjust these two resistances such that these that the galvanometer shows the null deflections. So at particular, so you need to find out that the temperature you written here. Then the resistance is varied to obtain the null deflection. So then you will write the values and calculate by using the formulas, and T minus RT. RT is the room temperature. So from this experiment one can calculate by using this graph, that is the slope of the graph is comes to be the 0.003. So this is the temperature coefficient of the resistance of RTD. That means resistance temperature device the copper element is this value. So this is the experiment. I think this is the last experiment. So all the students are required to find out you need to read these detailed experiment and put in front of you your written file, so that you can answer the questions asked by the examiners. So overall, this is the first group. In next videos you will find the second group experiments discussion, fourth group experiment discussion, etc. Okay, thank you very much.